welcome back to my channel, Coloring with Kate. My name is Kaylin and today I want to show you all my books I bought in January of 2023. I'm a little bit laughing because maybe it's a little bit of shame. I think I bought 67 books in January alone. That's not really fair because some I bought on the last day of December, but they arrived in January. So I decided that I'm going to do them with my January coloring book haul. As I said in my previous coloring book haul, I'm doing these videos so I can show you the books I buy per month. If you see in my video a book you have and you want to do a buddy color with me, please let me know in the comments or send me a message on Instagram, Coloring with Kate, and we can make a plan. So I think let's start. The first couple of books are not from one artist. The first one is a Circulatum art books from Eclipse Quinel. I don't really exactly know how you say it. It's the Estrella. I haven't worked in it yet. I'm a little bit overwhelmed when I see all the dots and how beautiful the dots are brought in place, and I really want to work in it, but I don't know why I don't choose it. The next one is from Camellia in Jokova, her mandala book. I opened this book and I was, whoa, this is really little. I wanted to do it with markers, but I don't. I'm afraid my markers aren't that fine to color this in with them, and I now have to work with pencil because pencil you can sharpen, so it's really fine to color in this. Like I bought one Chris Reniak's Morning Scribble coloring book. I think they are really cute, only I haven't colored in it yet, and I don't know when I'm going to do. I'm having ideas with it, but I don't feel as attracted to it as I thought I would be. Oh, this is really cute. I didn't see this page. I have looked through all my books, but sometimes I'm just missing a page. And then I bought another Coco Wire book. This is my only Coco Wire book for this month, and I absolutely love the books Coco Wire makes. This is the Green Witches. It came out in January and I decided I have to have it. I don't have witches, or I don't have modern witches, but I have green witches. The other two are on my wish list. So if you have this book and want a buddy with me, let me know. And because I have a hashtag about Zodiac, I also decided to buy every Zodiac book I could find. And then realized I have too many Zodiac books to do in 1 month, because I also want to do sometimes other books than only Zodiac. So this will be project for next month. Now I really want to focus on my Zodiac Coco Wire book and later on my other books. Maybe I'm doing this one day. I think there are 2 pages per Zodiac, so that's not a lot, but I want to do it in the correct season, and now it's Aries season, and I first going to do the Coco Wire. And I'm also having this Zodiac coloring book I found on Amazon that I really like to do. I thought it was fun to do as I saw a couple of example pages. So you will see them someday. I'm going to renew my hashtag for next year, so I will keep you updated on that, and maybe I'm going to color in them then. I also bought this Chibi Animals Grayscale by Eva Brown because I liked grayscale. The only thing I don't really like about these books is that you have 25 pages, I think. You have a couple of pages, and then at the end they are duplicated, so you have 2 of every page. And I don't really like that you have 2 of every page, because I don't think I'm going to do the same page twice. But you never know. I feel obligated to do now because I have this book and I don't want to color in the half and let the other half empty. So I think I'm going to do them. I don't know when, I don't know how. Then I get the greatest hits of Sashdefa. I think you say it. I'm so sorry if I do pronounce things incorrect. There was a scavenger hunt with artists, so I bought this book because I wanted to do a page for the scavenger hunt. Unfortunately, I didn't have lots of time in January to color, so I didn't do it. But I'm glad I got this book because now I can see if I like some of his books and maybe buy them or buy that kind of book. I don't know. These are 100 color by numbers. And I got this 100 Easy Designs by Coloring Book Cafe. They are just easy, simple. When I don't have a lot of time to color and I want to color something, I can do this. Ah, this is so cute. And these are books from multiple artists. So I bought a lot of Disney books, and I bought this. And to be honest with you, I don't really like it. I don't like how... I like how small it is, I think. But I don't like that there are places or black. And honestly, I don't know how to color like this with all the ends. You can give the ends all another color or the same color, and I don't know how I feel. I can't use my alcohol markers because they are double-sided, but I think one day I will color them and maybe I like them then when they are colored in. But I don't tend to pick them off the shelf and color because, yeah, I don't have inspiration for it. This also, the ones with all these fairies, I think is absolutely amazing. But then I have my own problem, and that's that I want to color as accurate as they are in movies. And I think what's the fun of that? As you have to do Tinkerbell with her blonde hair and her green dress. So that's also a thing that I really don't like about the Disney books. That's my own thing. I can color everything in as I want. But that's how I feel about it. I like the color by numbers from Disney because they already have chosen the colors and you just have to color them in. But the non-color by number from Disney I don't really like. I also bought this bustier and I didn't know that it was some kind of thing you can hang on the wall and you can put your colorings in it. You can use markers in this because they are one-sided, and that I really like because I like to use my markers. I think they are cute, but I don't go color this, do them in this and then hang on my wall. I don't go to do that, so I don't know how I'm going to store these pages, but there's not a lot, so I go do everything in these books, only don't know when. And if you want a body color, maybe when we do a body color in these books, I really enjoy it. I don't know, that's why I do this. These are color by numbers. I really like this. I only don't know French, so the messages that are coming out I have to translate in Google Translate because I don't know French. But I'm looking forward to color these. I love color by numbers from Disney. I have also the La Reine des Neiges. I didn't do anything in them. I got them in January. I thought I got them way not that long ago. This one I have done 2 in them. I just asked for a bunch of random numbers from my followers on Instagram, and I counted every book I had. I put them in the shelf on an order, and people say, you have to color 19, and I think, okay, 19, book 19, and then I send them a message, which page, can you please tell me another number between 1 and 25, for example, and they say, 13, and then I picked of book 19, page 13, and this was the end result. I really like to do it that way because I colored in a lot of books I never colored in. Maybe I'm going to do that again. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to do that on YouTube. I also have bought this one, and I didn't know this was a aquarelle coloring book. I guess because they have a paintbrush, and I think if you put water on this, then you get the color, and then you get to color the pages with it. So I'm really going to try this out someday. Yeah, it's loose from each other, and yeah, I think they are cute. I think these ones are really cute. And if it doesn't work with these colors, I'm just going to do it with markers and making something beautiful out of it. That was way too... Oh, this one is really cute with the little Winnie the Pooh. Oh, and the apples with faces and a pear and cherry and the strawberry. Oh, I think this Winnie is so cute. There are lots of books. I think this will be a longer video than my previous video. And this is also a color by number. Not really in a book, in a block. Grand block. Message Mysteries. And yeah, you already can see a little bit of what it's gonna be. But I think this is one of the fun ones to do. I really like Color by Number by Disney. Okay, and this one, I thought this was so different than other color books because there's a silhouette and you have to color around them to see the silhouette. So yeah, this one I really like. I love to color. Maybe when my children are a little bit older, we are going to color in some books together. I don't know. So yeah, this is my last Disney book I bought in January. I don't know if this is my last Disney book I really bought, but for January, this is the last one. So we go to another coloring book maker, Colored Caramel. I say it a little bit in Dutch. I think it's Colored Caramel in English. I have a lot of their books. They have a lot of books on Amazon. I really liked a couple of them and I decided to buy them all in one time. So I have the Colored with Love from Colored Caramel. I have, of course, the Zodiac coloring book, Kawaii and Chibi Girls. Didn't do anything in it because I really do the Kokowayo a lot. And I just don't have time to do more Zodiac books. So I have a lot of Zodiac books for next year. The Sweet Christmas, and the Le Café Kawaii. the sweet Christmas doodles, the love doodles. I did a couple, or I did one in this. Kawaii mandalas. Cute food. I did a lot of work in this one. Patterns and doodles and oh no, wait. Sweet doodles and the sweetest doodles. I think they are cute. Look at them. So cute. So fun to do. And I have so little time to do, and I have so much coloring books. And then I have a couple of Jade summer coloring books. 100 amazing patterns. I have an idea what I'm going to do with this one. I think I also have Sarah Renee Clark, her color palettes. I don't have the boxes, I have them on my computer, and I think I'm going to do 100 of her color palettes in this book. So that's a fun thing to do someday. I have delicious food from Jade Summer, and I have interior design from Jade Summer. This one I am a little bit nervous about because, like I said in my previous video, I am a little overwhelmed when it goes to interiors, and I don't know if I can color them good, but we will see when I do it. Then I have 2 books of Jade Summer, and I know she made it with Joshua Dunbar. Then this is also another one, but I really like it. I think and the easy coloring book. I think this is cute. Easy. And then I'm having a couple of Joshua Dunbar's books. This is his new easy coloring book by Joshua Dunbar. I did 2 of them. I'm gonna color her Ace Palette Challenge. I will tell you about it more. I then get the 2 Cuties, the Christmas Cuties. I get them in January after Christmas. I know on Instagram there are people, they did this book one every day. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do that this year. And I'm going to do this for the month of February, one every day. And like you see, I didn't do that. I did a couple. And then I'm at the Hello Country Spring book by Joshua Dunbar. I really like his designs. And the 80s New Wave coloring book. I hesitated about to buy this, and I bought it because I really like it, and now I have to color in it, but I wasn't born in the 80s, so I have to look what kind of colors I can use. I really like this one. I really do. But I have to search which colors there were in the 80s, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to color it. Then I got a couple of Color Questopia books. The interior design. Delicious food. Cozy homes. Valentine's Day. Zodiac mandalas. Dazzling patterns. And geometric patterns. And I buy every one of this book with black background because I loved it. I use markers in this book, and when I did the front page of this book, and this was all white lines, and I do this with markers, and all my markers bleeded through the lines, so I decided to make the lines black, and that's why it's so beautiful, I think. And that's why I don't like white lines, because my markers bleed through. I don't know why exactly. Maybe it's because of the paper quality. I don't know. I like the black backgrounds. I also like how it looks with black. I love it with the black. So I buy it with black. I have 2 Lynn books. funny story about it. I bought first the Whimsy Girls at Work. I love it. From this one, I love that you have a full, no, wait. That you have a picture page with full background and then one of her with a little bit of background. I really like it because now you can do more work, more details on her, and this is more details in the background, and I love both of them. Can't wait to work on it. I wanted to work on this one, but I didn't have inspiration, so maybe one day. And then I fell in love with her books, and I thought I'm going to buy another book. And this came in the mail. I didn't read that this was pocket-sized. Most of my books are for full size, A4, I think you say it that way. And I think I don't really want pocket-sized book because they didn't fit on my shelf good with the rest of the books. But then I started coloring in it. And I really liked that this was pocket-sized because you can do a page with a lot of detail really quick. I used multiple colors in her hair because it wasn't too big. I liked that the white spaces weren't too big, so I really fell in love with pocket-sized book, and now I sometimes want more. Now I go look at pocket-sized book. I still don't have much, but that doesn't matter. Now I have a couple of books by Juliana Colors. This Crystal and Potions coloring book with the black background. I really love. I haven't worked in this. I think this one is with a lot of tiny details and I feel overwhelmed. This I don't feel overwhelmed, but I just didn't color in it. I don't know why. I love them, how they look. I think they are cute. And then I get her the ultimate emoji coloring book. I can't wait to color in all these emojis. Maybe when I don't have a lot of time to color, I'm going to do these emojis. I also have Just Small Things, Verity. This is all small things. These are all frogs and houses. I think they are cute. You can do it one at a time of the whole page in one thing. You have to color only a little tiny thing. And Just Small Things Sweets and Just Small Things Animals. That's all the books I have of her. A couple of books. Only 2 artists. I have 2 books of Alexandra Francisi. I don't say that correct, I think. I don't know how to say it correct, so I'm sorry. Again. And her Valentine Mandalas. I don't know if I said that. And her floral mandalas. And again, I think this is really small. I'm going to do this with pencil. Take a lot of time. Enjoy it. I think I'm really going to enjoy it. And then of Joanna Besford coloring books. But I'm having Joanna Besford's Secret Garden, Enchanted Forest, Lost Ocean, Joanna's Christmas, Magical Jungle, World of Flowers, Worlds of Wonder, and Rooms of Wonder. I haven't worked in this because I feel overwhelmed. I feel that it's really detailed. I feel like I really want to make something really beautiful out of this. And I don't just know where to start. So if you want a buddy in one of these pages, let me know. We can set up a plan when we do it. I saw a lot of you color these pages and I really like them all. I just don't have an idea how to start in this. But someday I'm going to start because I love her books. I love the amount of details. Only I'm a little bit stuck with these books. So yeah, these were all my books that I bought in January of 2023. And I want to thank you for watching again to my video, and I will see you with the next video.